I wasn't the best because I killed quickly. I was the best because the crowd loved me.
I will win the crowd. I will give them something they've never seen before.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Russell Crowe is a talented actor, director, producer, and musician. There are dozens of awards under his belt, including a Golden Globe and the Sacred Oscar. Watch our video to find out how a New Zealander who grew up in Australia gained recognition in Hollywood.
Well then, there's not a moment to lose.
Gladiator: How Russell Crowe Lives and How Much He Earns.
My name is Gladiator.
Russell Ira Crowe was born on April 7, 1964 in Strathmore Park, a suburb of Wellington, the capital of New Zealand. He is the second child to Alex and Jocelyn Crowe, who already had a son, Terry. The parents of the future actor did catering on film sets, and his father was a hotel manager. Russell's grandfather, Stan Weems, was a cinematographer who even received an MBE for his footage of World War II. Russell's ancestry is very diverse, including Scots, English, Scandinavian, Welsh, and Maori, the indigenous people of New Zealand. Apart from that, his cousins, Martin and Jeff Crowe, used to be famous New Zealand cricketers. When Russell turned 4, the Crowe family moved to Australia and settled in Sydney. There, Russell went to Vaucluse Public School and Sydney Boys High School. Russell's acting debut happened in 1972 when he got featured in the TV series Spy Force thanks to the help of his mother's godfather. In 1977, he appeared in an episode of the soap opera The Young Doctors that was broadcast internationally. In 1978, the Crowe family came back to New Zealand, where Russell and his brother went to Auckland Grammar School and Mount Roskill Grammar School. His father opened a small restaurant and named it Flying Pitcher together with his friends, but the place didn't bring a lot of money, so Russell dropped out of school when he was 16 to make his own money and save up for college. The future actor worked as a waiter, bartender, DJ, insurance agent, and entertainment manager at a resort. In the early 80s, Russell became obsessed with the idea of becoming a rock star, and soon he put together a band, Russell Rock, named after his stage name back in the day. The first single the group released was I Want to Be Like Marlon Brando, but Crowe admitted later on that he hadn't seen a Brando movie before that. Russell didn't become a worldwide music sensation, but his band was a hit in the local nightclubs. Several years later, Crowe started another band named Roman Antics, which later became 30 Odd Foot of Grunts. The band existed from 1992 to 2005, and within this time, they put out an EP and 3 studio albums and had a lot of shows in the US. In 1985, Russell came back to Australia, planning on applying to the National Institute of Dramatic Art in Sydney, but one guy talked him out of it, saying it would be a waste of time to learn things he'd been doing most of his life. The next year, Crowe got a part in a New Zealand production of The Rocky Horror Show and did it for 2 years. During this time, he also went to auditions and appeared in several Australian TV series, including the drama series Neighbours. In 1990, Russell appeared on the big screen, featuring in the war drama Blood Oath and the drama The Crossing, for which he received a nomination at the Australian Film Institute's Awards. Fun fact, the movie director convinced Crowe to fix a front tooth that he broke when he was a kid and even paid for the dental work. The actor met his future wife, singer Danielle Spencer, on the set of the drama The Crossing. They started to go out, but a few years later, Russell decided to pursue his acting endeavors in Hollywood while Danielle wasn't ready to leave Australia, so the two split for a while. In 1991, Russell acted in the mini-TV series Brides of Krista and in the drama Proof, which was a huge success. It was appraised at the Cannes Film Festival and won a lot of Australian Film Institute awards, including an award given to Crowe for Best Supporting Actor.
All my bosses have always said I've got an untrustworthy face. Parents think I'm useless, always changing jobs, moving around.
There, the actor had a big part in the dramedy movie Sportswood in an episode of the comedy show Police Rescue, and played a skinhead in the criminal drama Romper Stomper, which brought him another Australian Film Institute award. On top of that, the movie became one of the highest-grossing movies in 1992, while the viewers deemed Russell's character, Hando, one of the most interesting actor's works.
I want people to know that I'm proud of my white history, my white blood. One day it might be all I have.
A funny incident happened during the filming. While still in full costume, the actors decided to go to the nearest cafe to grab lunch, where they were spotted and even arrested by the police. In the following year, the promising artist got a leading part in the biography drama movie Hammers Over the Anvil. Other movies that went out in 1993 included the family drama The Silver Brumby, the war drama For the Moment, and the rom-com Love in Limbo, which Crowe agreed to do because of his niece Chelsea. To prepare for the role and learn the accent, Russell traveled to Wales and recorded his conversations with the locals.
Nothing. Eh? Nothing happened. Oh, where's Barry? I don't know.
Come on, what do you mean nothing happened?
In 1994, the actor played a homosexual guy looking for his love in the dramedy The Sum of Us. Soon after that, Sharon Stone, who was impressed with Russell's performance in the movie Romper Stomper, offered him to join the cast of the Hollywood Western The Quick and the Dead, which she co-produced and co-starred in.
$120, Court?
I don't have any money. The Lord provides me with everything I need.
The studio was skeptical about her choice, as the American viewers didn't know about Crowe at that time, but Sharon convinced them otherwise. While filming, Sharon brought Russell to spend Christmas at a Salvation Army event, giving food to the poor and talking to children who became victims of domestic abuse. The Western, The Quick and the Dead, didn't show impressive results at the box office and got mixed reviews from critics, but it opened the Hollywood world to Russell. In 1995, Russell was featured in the fantasy rom-com Rough Magic, where he played a private investigator who fell in love with his client's bride. He also worked with Denzel Washington on the sci-fi thriller Virtuosity, where he portrayed a cybermaniac. By the way, 30 Odd Foot of Grunt songs were featured on the movie soundtrack. The actor also played the role of an FBI agent in the action movie No Way Back. In 1997, the neo-noir movie LA Confidential premiered, depicting the atmosphere of the 50s. Russell played a detective and got to collaborate with Guy Pearce and Kevin Spacey.
He's waiting for you to mention money.
Miss Bracken, don't ever try to bribe me or threaten me, or I'll have you and Patchett and shit up to your ears.
The movie was a huge success, did great at the box office, and received lots of nominations and awards. The whole cast, including Russell, got an Actors Guild Awards nomination. We should mention that at first, Russell turned down the gig as he thought the character was too complex and cool for him to give a convincing performance. But he ended up taking the role, and he started to work hard to understand the depths of his character, Bud White. Crowe moved into a tiny apartment where he couldn't properly stand up to experience what it's like to be taller and bigger. The actor said that it helped him feel like a giant and made his acting better. The movie director Curtis Hanson helped the New Zealander Crowe and Australian Pearce to get a better feel of the city and the epoche. Before the filming started, he brought them to Los Angeles, hired accent coaches, and introduced them to real American policemen. James Ellroy, the author of the novel on which the movie was based, stated that Bud didn't drink, so Russell had to stop drinking while they were shooting, which wasn't easy for him, as he said. In the same 1997, Crowe starred in the romantic dramedy Breaking Up and the Australian action movie Heaven's Burning, which wasn't released for the American audience. In 1999, Russell was cast as a sheriff in the sports dramedy Mystery Alaska. The actor had to learn how to skate for the role. The next movie to appear on the big screen was the psychological drama The Insider. It was based on a true story behind one of the biggest scandals in the U.S. tobacco industry.
Saying is, it isn't enough that you fired me for no good reason. Now you question my integrity? On top of the humiliation of being fired, you threaten me? You threaten my family?
Russell had to gain around 20 pounds, and the makeup artist had to shave his thick hair and replace it with a wig after a struggle to make him look like his character's prototype. Russell's performance in the movie earned him many awards from the critics, his first Oscar nomination, and secured him a place in the race for a Golden Globe, BAFTA, and an Actors Guild Award. May 2000 was a turning point in the actor's career that came with the world premiere of the epic historical drama Gladiator by Ridley Scott, where Crowe portrayed the Roman general Maximus. The character was betrayed by his people and made to fight in the arena till death.
Father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.
The movie producers spotted Russell in the movie LA Confidential, but the actor didn't immediately say yes to the role as he gained weight for the previous movie. However, Michael Mann, the director of the thriller The Insider, made Crowe change his mind and join the project with a huge potential. After the pivotal decision had been made, the actor easily shed the weight just by working on his farm in Australia, as he said. Filming of fight scenes didn't go without accidents. The cut on Russell's right cheek that you can see in one of the scenes is real. The actor's horse got frightened and started into the woods, where the actor ran into some bushes. Our hero later told the interviewers that he had lots of cuts and some of them left scars. Apart from that, Crowe barely made it out alive after shooting a scene with a tiger. The filming was extremely physically demanding, and at some point, the actor started to regret that he took on the role. But Russell didn't suffer for nothing, as he got paid $5 million for the role of Maximus. Gladiator became one of the biggest blockbusters in 2000, grossing more than $500 million at the box office. The motion picture received praised reviews from most critics and made history as one of the greatest movies of all time, earning hundreds of nominations and 5 Oscars, including one for Best Actor that Crowe scored. He was also nominated for the Golden Globe, BAFTA, Saturn, Actors Guild Award, and MTV Award. At the end of 2000, Russell appeared on the big screen once again, starring in the action movie Proof of Life. The actor prepared for the role by training with the karate winner from Melbourne. His salary for the movie was $7.5 million. Russell and his co-star, Meg Ryan, had a steamy affair. The actress even put an end to her 9-year marriage, but the feelings didn't last long. Soon, the actor joined the cast of the biographical drama A Beautiful Mind, where he played the role of John Nash, a math genius with a hard life.
I cannot waste time with these classes and these books. Memorizing the weak assumptions of lesser mortals.
The real-life Nash helped the actors to make their characters more authentic. Russell said that he was fascinated with John's gestures and he tried to reproduce them on screen. Fun fact, the movie creators agreed to accommodate the filming for Russell and shoot the scenes in chronological order to make it easier for the actor to work on the character's mannerisms. The actor also wanted to look as close as possible to Nash. At first, the makeup artists were supposed to use only makeup to age him, but Crowe suggested they use silicone pads to change his facial features. They also used dentures to alter his bite. Dave Bayer, a professor at Barnard College, was the mathematical consultant for the movie. You can see him handwriting complex formulas as Crowe's character. But Bayer got a bit too enthusiastic about his work and wrote down a problem that looked impressive but had no solution in one of the scenes. In the meantime, the actor's salary increased and he grossed $15 million for the drama A Beautiful Mind. The movie got positive reviews from critics, while Crowe received a Golden Globe, a BAFTA Award, an Actors Guild Award, and another nomination for Oscar and MTV Awards. During that time, there was a lot of speculation about Russell's love life. People said he went out with Nicole Kidman and Jodie Foster, who are actually just his friends. Among his other alleged girlfriends were Sharon Stone, Courtney Love, Heather Graham, and Jennifer Connelly. The actor usually denied the rumors, and soon he and Danielle Spencer reconnected. In April 2003, the two tied the knot in a chapel that was built for the ceremony on Russell's farm. They welcomed their firstborn Charles in December. To support Danielle during pregnancy, Russell stopped drinking. In the same year, Russell presented the documentary Texas, which he directed, produced, and starred in as himself. The movie documented the life of 30-odd foot of grunts on tour across Australia, England, and the US in the summer of 2000. In November 2003, Peter Weir released the epic war drama Master and Commander: The Far Side of the World, where Crowe portrayed a courageous captain who lived during the Napoleonic Wars.
Hit us with a full broadside, cut across our tail, and took out our rudder. Damn fine gunnery. He only slipped away because of the fog.
Russell organized a rugby tournament for the actors, who also played the ship crew, so that they could connect. He also picked up the violin to play most of the songs himself. Later on, he admitted that it was the hardest thing he'd ever done to prepare for filming. Master and Commander was well received by critics and scored 10 Oscar nominations. Russell got one of the biggest compensations in his career for the role, which was $20 million. Apart from that, the actor was nominated for a Golden Globe. In the meantime, Crowe started filming the sports drama Cinderella Man, based on the life story of Jim Braddock, a heavyweight boxer who lived during the Great Depression.
What's the first thing you're going to do if you make world champion?
I'm gonna have to go and buy some turtles. Yeah, well, I said to the kids when I was leaving the house this morning I was gonna bring back the title, and they thought I said turtle.
Russell lost almost 50 pounds for the role, got a concussion, and lost a bunch of teeth during training sessions. One time, he even dislocated his shoulder, and it was so bad they had to pause filming for 2 months. Crowe became a real-life boxing dummy as the professional boxers punched him a bit too hard in the ring. We should note that the role in the biopic Cinderella Man is Russell's favorite work. He got an Australian Film Institute Award, Golden Globe, and SAG nominations, and earned $15 million. One time, the star told a touching story that happened while he was preparing for the role. Russell decided to go on a bike ride in a forest with the boxers who trained him. Suddenly, he spotted a tiny kitten. It was so cute that he couldn't help but take it, and several moments later, a bunch of bulky sportsmen gathered in awe around the little ball of fur. Russell brought the kitten to his mother, who was over the moon as she had been dreaming of a pet. The cat, named Cinders, lived a happy and long life in the actor's family and sadly passed away in 2020. In 2006, Crowe appeared in Ridley Scott's rom-com A Good Year, where he played the role of a man who inherited a French estate.
Let Monsieur Duflo make the wine and you enjoy the estate on the weekends.
My life is in London. I don't do weekends. I intend to sell La Ciroc as soon as possible.
In one of the scenes, Russell's character rubs some soil in his hands. This is an allusion to the movie Gladiator, the first project the actor and the director collaborated on. In July 2006, Russell became a dad for the second time. Danielle gave birth to a boy who was named Tennyson. In 2007, the actor produced and narrated a documentary about Bra Boys, a Sydney surf gang. He also appeared in the Western film 3:10 to Yuma. Production got nearly shot down after Tom Cruise, who was supposed to play Ben Wade, left the project. Crowe basically saved the movie by agreeing to come on board. He got nominated for a SAG award for the role. In the same year, Russell and Ridley Scott worked together on their third project. This was the biography drama American Gangster, where the actor portrayed Detective Richie Roberts.
You murdered him, you robbed his money, then you called me to get you out of it. That makes me an accessory after.
I'll tell you the facts, man. Just write the report the way I say it happened.
Russell asked the movie creators to give him recordings of Roberts' voice, which would help him mimic the way the detective spoke. This role brought him another SAG Awards nomination. One more project Russell was featured on in 2007 was the thriller movie Tenderness. Russell played the role of a lieutenant trying to catch a young criminal. The movie didn't come out until 2009, and it had almost no resonance. In 2008, Crowe and Ridley Scott joined their forces once again to film the spy action thriller Body of Lies. Russell had to gain almost 50 pounds for the role one more time. In the following year, a political thriller called State of Play premiered, where Crowe played a journalist investigating a series of horrifying crimes.
The questions have to be asked about transit safety. You gotta be proactive, okay? If you're not, Then you're just letting the bloodsuckers and the bloggers have another free shot at you.
The actor showed the script to Ridley Scott before committing to the project and signed the contract. This project ended up in Crowe winning another Australian Film Institute award. In addition to his acting endeavors, Russell shot a music video for the song Wish I'd Been Here and dedicated it to his wife. In 2010, Russell returned to the big screen in the adventure action movie Robin Hood, where he played the leading part. He co-produced the project and worked with Ridley Scott again.
What we would ask, Your Majesty, is liberty. Liberty by law.
Crowe, who was 45 at the time, became the oldest actor to portray the legendary character and grossed $20 million for the role. That time, Russell had a blast preparing for the role, as he was the only actor who didn't need to take horseback riding lessons, as he practiced regularly on his ranch in Australia. In the same year, Crowe acted in the action thriller The Next 3 Days, followed by an episode in the TV series Republic of Doyle, and the movie about martial arts The Man with the Iron Fists. The movies didn't gather a lot of attention, unlike the historical musical Les Miserables, based on Victor Hugo's novel of the same name. The movie creators decided to record the soundtrack on set instead of doing it in the studio to achieve a more organic and authentic performance. But the live singing and Crowe's performance, surprisingly, were harshly criticized, even though the movie got positive reviews overall. The star also received a SAG nomination. In 2013, Russell featured in the neo-noir movie Broken City and the fantasy blockbuster Man of Steel, becoming the second Oscar winner who portrayed Jor-El after Marlon Brando, the hero of Russell's song. During this time, Crowe narrated another Australian documentary. This time it was about wine lovers around the world. After that, he featured in a romantic fantasy movie, Winter's Tale. Soon after that, Russell appeared on screens portraying biblical figure Noah in Darren Aronofsky's epic drama movie of the same name.
No, we have all been judged. I have men at my back, and you stand alone and defy me. I'm not alone.
The movie was banned in China, Pakistan, and several other countries because of its ambiguous nature, but it got lots of positive reviews from critics and became a box office hit. Did you know that Pope Francis himself invited Crowe for a meeting during which he blessed the actor for the provocative motion picture, which was definitely a huge honor? During the shooting of the epic movie Noah, Russell and Danielle decided to split up. The couple separated, but the divorce process didn't end until 2018. The two are still friends, and they even went on a vacation together for their sons. At the beginning of 2015, Russell debuted as a fiction film director, releasing the war drama The Water Diviner, where he also played a leading role. The actor's pets joined him on set. You can see his dog at the beginning of the movie and his favorite horse, Honey, that he rode during the scenes shot in Australia.
We'll give Henry and Edward a proper burial tomorrow.
I promised their mother I would find them and bring them home.
Sadly, Honey passed away at the age of 29 after 22 years with Crowe. After that, the actor appeared in the drama Fathers and Daughters, the comedy detective The Nice Guys, and in the adventure action film The Mummy. He won a satirical Golden Raspberry Award for the supporting role in The Mummy. In 2018, Russell worked with the team of the short documentary Turtle Odyssey and co-starred with Nicole Kidman in the biography drama Boy Erased as the narrator. In 2019, the actor joined the cast of the drama mini-TV series The Loudest Voice, where he portrayed Roger Ailes, Fox News CEO.
The ratings are up 50%. Profits have tripled. We innovated.
He won a Golden Globe for the role and was nominated for other awards, including a SAG award. Among the 2020 premieres were the Australian Western movie True History of the Kelly Gang and the action thriller Unhinged, in which he gave a very convincing performance of an unstable psychopath and deliberately wore clothes that made him look bigger.
I don't even think you really know what a bad day is.
But you're gonna find out. You hear me, miss? You're gonna learn.
During that time, Russell confirmed his split from his 30-year-old girlfriend, Brittany Terrio. The two met while filming for Broken City. The paparazzi caught the couple kissing while watching a tennis game. In 2022, the actor featured in the war dramedy The Greatest Beer Run Ever and the superhero action movie Thor: Love and Thunder, where Russell played Zeus and insisted that his character spoke with a Greek accent. In the same year, Crowe starred in the biography drama Prizefighter: The Life of Jem Belcher and the thriller Poker Face, which he also produced and tried his hand at scriptwriting. In April 2023, Russell surprised the fans with a different role, featuring in the horror movie The Pope's Exorcist as the Vatican's leading exorcist, Gabriele Amor. By the way, it was Russell's idea to depict his character riding a scooter, as he saw many priests doing the same thing.
Because my sins have been absolved by the one true Master, the Lord Jesus Christ.
Do not speak of that.
Are you afraid of him? Are you afraid of Jesus Christ?
Soon after the movie premiere, it was announced that a sequel was in the works where Crowe would get back to his role. There are several upcoming movies starring Crowe, another horror movie, The Georgetown Project, the fantasy action movie Craven the Hunter, and the action thriller Land of Bad. The thriller Sleeping Dogs is in the post-production stage. Apart from that, the actor is preparing to appear in the biography drama Rothko, the criminal drama American Son, and the sports action film A Taste for Blood. Russell makes a very clear point out of not doing any ad campaigns, and he's open about condemning his colleagues who use these shortcuts to make money. However, when Russell was young, he was willing to take any job, and you could see him in the Australian commercial for Coke. He also appeared in the Tourism Australia short film Dundee, the Son of a Legend Returns Home, which was supposed to attract tourists to the Green Continent. The actor has been living a lavish lifestyle for quite a while, with his net worth sitting at $120 million. In 2001, Russell bought a stunning mansion in Sydney for $9.2 million. The 5-bedroom house has 6 bathrooms and a scenic view of Sydney Harbor. But 2 years later, or according to some sources, in 2013, the actor decided to sell the house for $11.5 million. He got a 10,800 square foot penthouse in Woolloomooloo for $14,350,000. Crowe was considering selling the apartment in 2016 for $30 million, but he changed his mind and installed a Scandinavian sauna on the balcony instead. The actor's property also included a mansion in Rose Bay, which he bought for his family in 2011 for $10 million and offloaded it to his ex-wife. Now, the 13,000 square foot house is the home for Danielle and their sons. Crowe also has a huge ranch in New South Wales, which we have already mentioned. Unfortunately, it suffered from the terrible wildfires in 2019. In 2018, Russell hosted the Art of Divorce auction, where he sold $3.7 million worth of the memorable items he and his ex-wife got when they were still married. The items sold included a 2001 Mercedes-Benz S500, for which he got $34,000. By the way, the actor is a car lover and has several Mercedes-Benz cars in his collection. While in Los Angeles, he's often spotted driving a Porsche Cayenne. Russell is a fan of cricket and rugby, and in 2006, he became a co-owner of the rugby club South Sydney Rabbitohs that is a part of the National Rugby League. Crowe has a rather short temper, which often got him into fights, and in 2005, he got arrested for throwing a phone at a concierge in a New York hotel. However, he compensated the victim and avoided criminal punishment. In 2009, Australia released a collection of post stamps called Legends of the Screen that included Russell, even though he's not an Australian citizen. For some reason, the actor still can't get Australian citizenship despite spending most of his free time there. In 2010, Russell got his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in the US. Crowe does charity. For instance, while filming for Cinderella Man, the actor donated money to a Jewish school whose library was damaged as a result of an anti-Semitic crime. Someone tried to set it on fire. He also gave away $200,000 so that a middle school near his house could build a swimming pool, and raised around $400,000 for Australia's New South Wales Rural Fire Service during the 2019 wildfires. The actor's music career is still going strong as he continues to release tracks and tour with his songs. In the summer of 2023, Crowe gave a big concert with his new band Indoor Garden Part in Bologna, Italy. The band donated the money they raised for the victims of the Emilia-Romagna floods. The actor believes in UFOs, and one time he said he wanted to leave his brain to science. Do you like Russell Crowe? What is his best role in your opinion?
They honor you, Caesar.
It's for you, Maximus. They honor you.
If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything interesting.